Thank you, Andy Duran, for another $2 request. Who would be better with the Omnitrix, Erza Scarlet from Fairy Tail, or Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia? Now, although Midoriya would definitively be one of the best heroes in his universe, and almost certainly solidify himself as the number one spot once he actually became a pro with the aliens in the Omnitrix, even if he only had the OG 10, let alone the top tiers Ben had, I'm still going to say that Erza would probably be a better user of the Omnitrix. Not only do I think that she would have a better use of it because she has much heavier hitters in her universe that would require the heavier hitters of the Omnitrix to use, unlike my hero, but the sheer versatility of her own magic would fit perfectly for the sheer versatility of the Omnitrix. Like, think about the many aliens that exist in the Omnitrix that have blatant weaknesses. Imagine pairing up that alien with one of her suits of armors that basically mitigates the weakness of the alien. Like, here's a simple one. She pulls out one of the water aliens and then equips her thunder armor on it, and now the water aliens that happen to have a big weakness to electricity, which we've seen is a pretty prominent thing, would no longer be a factor. Or if you have a very strong but extremely frail alien, then just give the adamantine armor or another one of her top tier strength armors, and it would make it to where this once frail in terms of like defensive stats for an alien would be much more capable. Plus, being an extremely skilled swordsman, having hundreds of swords and hundreds of armor at her disposal, throwing in hundreds of aliens as well is just going to round her out even more than she already is as a fighter. Plus, with the caliber of people that she fights against on a regular basis, giving her capacity to deal with threats that would normally be above her weight class, which is already insane because Erza's definitely no slouch in terms of power. And here's a crazy hypothetical. Imagine if Natsu wasn't able to fight against Zeref right away, and someone had to hold off Zeref until Natsu could get there. Imagine a true form like Time Magic Zeref, like at his strongest form, and Erza breaks out Alien X. And on that regard, I think she would be very good at coming to agreements with the two other personalities with Alien X. Hell, she's constantly capable of solving disagreements between people who never get along most of the time. So, not only because of her ability to just talk things out and actually figure out solutions, but because she's also a tactical genius, I don't doubt that she'd be very quick to at least get the handle on Alien X. Now, I'm not sure if she'd outright just get pretty much mastery over it after a couple attempts, but I think she would be very quick to learn how to use it. Plus, just for the coolness factor, imagine something like Four Arms with multiple weapons, like Erza's 4 strongest one-handed weapons, or hell, Four Arms is probably strong enough to use Erza's 2-handed weapons in one hand each. So, her 4 strongest weapons in each of Four Arms' arms, and the strongest armor that Erza has, and just showing up on the battlefield like that alone would be terrifying. Now, in the comment section, do you guys agree that Erza would be the better wielder of the Omnitrix, or do you disagree and think that Deku would still be the better user?